Yo, what's going on, guys? So I was planning on making a Betoski style edit for this video, but while I was making it, I realized how actually hard they are to make. So instead I opted for an explained guide on how to do two different things when you play marksman. Number 1 is how to play gold lane against this really annoying meta Moskov. And number 2 is how to play gold lane with a jungler that gives you 0 ganks. You guys will see in this gameplay that my jungler won't gank my lane a single time. Now, I think that the best marksman you can pick into Harith and into Moskov, 110% is going to be Brody. Now, Brody is one of the few heroes that is extremely strong in early game on gold lane. Of course, Harith is another one of them. Brody is one of the few heroes that can fully just beat Moskov in gold lane. Now, what I'm going to be explaining to you guys is map awareness and how really important it is in terms of being able to survive on gold lane, farm on gold lane, manage ganks on gold lane, and all of these things. Now pay attention here. It is currently 1 minute and 20 seconds into the game. I quickly check to see what level Baksha is, and I see he's level 4. Considering that Florin was just here, there's a chance he's up here as well if Florin helped him jungle. But now we can see that Baksha is bot lane. So we still can't be aggressive because my entire team is either bot lane or my entire team is mid lane, and we know that Florin was just top. When you have no idea where the enemy is playing as any lane, let alone the gold lane or the marksman, the priority target, do not play aggressively. On the other hand, we can see that our Angela and Lancelot seem to be rotating up, right? Best case scenario, Lancelot ganks, we get a free kill on Moskov, I push some turret gold, I get a farm gap, right? Let's see what happens.
Oh no!
So instead of coming to gank top lane, he decides to go to his blue buff. Angela dies, they get a turtle shield, plus Harley comes to gank, plus Florin ults. A recipe for disaster in which I'm lucky I survived and Angela was not so lucky. Let's just recall here because Moskov is definitely doing the same and just analyze what's going on the map. We can see that there's a massive team fight going on over Lancelot's buff, and I don't even know if Lancelot managed to secure his red buff. Seeing the fact that Lancelot is the same level as Baksha makes me assume that Lancelot did secure his red buff indeed. Now, we still have no idea where Harley is. And there he is. Of course he's here. Now in this game specifically, I was very lucky to have this Angela. If I didn't have this Angela, I definitely should have died a lot of times, considering the amount of times that Harley, Florin, and Baksha decided to put pressure on me, in comparison to the 0 pressure our Lancelot decided to put onto one of the most disgusting late game marksmen in the game.
Breaking limits.
Here we can see that a team fight is starting on Lancelot's blue buff. Now here I have two options. Number 1 is to decide to farm and potentially get a farm gap on Moskov. And number 2 is to help my team. Considering that Zosk and Angel are both extremely low HP, it seems very unlikely that they would even be able to contest this. So why would I risk the contest? There's no point in me going down and risking using my flicker, risking dying, all of these things, when I can get a 300 gold gap on Moskov for free. Now here I decided to ult Moskov to potentially force him to reset. One thing that we do have to consider on the other hand is that Harley is still missing, and now I have no ult. Wait, did Moskov see me come in this bush? What a dumbass. instead of pushing top lane where I can potentially get ganked by Baxia, I decided to rotate towards mid lane where the team fights are happening, and to help against any future invades. Whoa, speak of the devil.
Power gathering in my arm.
Now, even though I lose my turret on gold lane to Moskov here, we profit Baxia dying, we profit Harley and Uranus dying, and we get mid lane turret. Overall, my rotation here to mid lane instead of defending top lane provided so much more benefit, not just to my farm, but to the team in general.
Request backup.
Rocks bear witness to all the changes of this land.
Request backup.
One man's stone is another man's gem.
As you can see, we do a lot of damage now, so now is the time to be hyper aggressive with Brody instead of really passive. Now that I have this huge farm gap, I have a few things I need to do. Number 1 is maintain it by farming up the entirety of the map, and number 2 is to push every single turret that I possibly can. Oh, is this a Moskov who's alone up here?
Initiate retreat.
Considering that Mincetar is split pushing bot lane, let's cut this lane considering that I have my mage and I have my support here, and let's get this turret. Moskov trying to defend this turret was really stupid. He's very lucky that that Florin had ult.
Resonating with Earth.
Harley's pushing mid lane. We need to go defend ASAP.
Turn the unknown into the known. Resonate.
Now here I'll be honest with you guys, my plan was to fully defend the mid lane turret, but I fully panicked when I saw the damage that Harley's ult did to me. I fully panicked, I'll be honest with you guys. As I said, I'm very lucky I had this Angela this game.
Well done.
Team destroyed the turret.
From the very doors, I extract the vision.
Man, this Florin healing is just too much. I need to build a Sea Halberd ASAP or else Florin will get out of control.
Is another man's gem.
This was a really brain-dead play from their Moskov. And just like that, one silly mistake from their Moskov results in a double kill, and me almost killing Baxia as well. On the flip side though, I do manage to get his red buff. Now keep in mind that as much as Sea Halberd will deal 8% extra damage to this Baxia, and will deal 8% extra damage to Uranus, keep in mind that Florin's passive allows her to take off all anti-heal effects, so this Sea Halberd will only be useful for anti-heal after Florin ults. I have no words for what you just witnessed. All I'm gonna say is that Zosk is not real, because he started the Lord when our jungler was dead. On the other hand, as much as I'm yelling at Zosk right now, if I didn't get knocked out by the Lord, we would have confirmed that Lord, so it's also my mistake, even though I'm being very toxic right now. As a marksman, you need to prioritize always the Lord. Now the problem here is that a team fight erupted and well, of course our entire team forgot about the Lord, including me. have my target lock setting set to lowest HP, but it did not let me focus Moskov at all. You'll also notice that I was about to type this out to Zoskir saying it's his job for Lord, but I realized that, you know, it's my job as well. So I decided to bash him for having 1k games and being bad at the game. Honestly, if you want to win more ranked matches, you need to turn off your chat button. Just don't talk and focus on winning. If I wasn't typing here, I feel like I would have had a much better game. Now, as I'm clearing bot lane here, we can see a team fight starting in mid lane. Let's go to it immediately.
The subterranean secrets will be uncovered.
This was a huge maniac for our team. This meant that we could potentially go in Lord. Winning this fight meant the difference between us losing or winning the game. So this was extremely clutch from me and of course Angela, who was on top of me the entire time.
With earth.
Man, Lancelot was so focused on that kill on Moskov, he forgot he's the one with Retribution, man. With Moskov dead, they have very little wave clear, so abuse this and push as much as possible. We can even potentially end with these minions. Moskov's back in 5 seconds. We need to be extremely quick to end this, but Florin's pulling the minion. Oh my god.
Victory!
Thankfully, our Min Sitar locked the base just like me, and we were able to end this horrible game. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something new about marksman in general. See you guys in the next one.